Your Excellencies, dear Mr. Nizio, dear heads of Warsaw districts, cultural institutions, distinguished guests, Szanowna Ukraińska Gromado, and oraz wszystkie obecne. We are happy to welcome everyone to the opening of the art exhibition of Ukrainian contemporary art, Holodomor, Genocide 32-33 at the Nizio Gallery, co-organized by the Embassy of Ukraine in the Republic of Poland. Today's exhibition is dedicated to the 90th commemoration of the Holodomor, the genocide of the Ukrainian people in 1932-1933, which was committed by the criminal Soviet regime to destroy our nation or identity, culture and language. This exhibition is a reflection of the tragedy. The tragedy that sits deep within us and always reminds us that we must never give up and we can't forget about it. Today's event would not have taken place without the wonderful team of the charitable Foundation Kozycki, We and the World Artistic Project, Nizio Gallery and the Nizio Foundation. I would like also to thank our colleagues from the Ukrainian House and Ukrainian School in Warsaw Szkolu, and to the Ukrainian Symphony Orchestra Nadia from Kharkiv, which is known as Slobozhansky. So I would like to give the floor to the Ambassador of Ukraine to the Republic of Poland, Mr. Vasyl Zvarich, to open this exhibition. Your Excellency, please.
Mr. Director, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, drodzy polscy przyjaciele, droga ukraińska gromado, lubi druzy, I'd like to start by asking you just to take a minute of silence in respect for millions of victims of the genocide against Ukrainian nation in 1932-1933. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this November we mark 90th anniversary of the most cruel crime against humanity in 20th century, the crime against Ukrainian nation, the genocide committed by the Soviet regime. We call it Holodomor. That means starvation by death. Stalin decided to punish millions of Ukrainians only because we wanted to live freely and we opposed the slavery of the Soviet times. Stalin made the most cruel decision to kill us in the most cruel way, starving us to death. And just imagine that the vast territory of Ukraine, which was known as a breadbasket of Europe, was deliberately turned into the desert and a mass grave. A lot of people died, innocent kids, women, and you keep 5 spikelets in your hands. It's very symbolic because it resembles the famous law on 5 spikelets, which was enacted by the Soviet regime in August 1932. It was about killing those individuals who were found taking at least 5 spikelets of grain from the collective agricultural fields. By early 1933, over 55,000 of Ukrainians were persecuted by this law, and more than 2,000 of Ukrainians were executed according to this law. This exhibition is about pain and sorrow, but it is also about the evil which was never properly punished, and therefore impunity is killing people again. The evil is reborn in a new form, in a form of Putin's regime, which is a successor of the Soviet regime, Stalin's regime. And again, Putin's regime is trying to commit and committing genocide against the Ukrainian nation. He's trying to erase Ukrainian nation, erase Ukrainian freedom, and erase Ukrainian European future. Therefore, we have to take lessons from the past and take into consideration the fact that, again, Putin, by deliberate destruction of agricultural infrastructure of Ukraine and grain corridors in the Black Sea, he's trying to use the food as a weapon by implementing his aggressive policy of genocide. The first and foremost lesson from our history is that we have to call a spade, and to name evil as an evil, and to bring it to justice. And I'm really grateful to those countries who recognized Holodomor as an act of genocide against the Ukrainian nation. 28 countries, including Poland, did so, as well as European Parliament, Parliamentary Assembly of Council of Europe, the Baltic Assembly, and I'm really grateful for that, because the truth is spreading all over the world, and it is our commitment to the millions of victims. And it is also a precautionary measure for our new generations, not to protect them from happening it again. So we have to learn these lessons from the past and look into the future. And this exhibition is about this. It is also about the hope and about our future, that we should do our best, not let it happen again. And I'm really grateful to Mr. Miroslav Nizio for hosting us here in this beautiful gallery. I'm thankful to the Kozycki Charity Foundation and to the We and the World Art Project and to art director, who is not with us today, but with her heart and soul, she is with us. I'm thankful to the curator of the exhibition, Ms. Karina Tertyczna. I'm thankful to my fellow colleagues from the embassy for helping to organize this exhibition, and I do appreciate that my colleagues, ambassadors, are here today with us. Thank you, all of you who came to share this graven pain with us today, and let the justice and truth prevail, and let us do our best not to face such kind of tragedy in our life again. Thank you so much.
I would like now to invite the owner of the gallery who gladly agreed to host our exhibition at this space. I would like to emphasize that this gallery is not a coincidence, but rather very appropriate. Mr. Miroslav Nizio is the main designer of the National Museum of the Holodomor Genocide in Kiev. Mr. Nizio, I would like to invite you to the floor.
Your Excellency, thank you. It is a tremendous honor for me to guest you today in this gallery. It's happened that 2 decades already. This gallery is organizing a lot of discussion, a lot of concerts and presentation and challenging points. And of course, this gallery is open to different ideas as the exhibition, as the discussion. And it happened that we have amazing, important exhibition today. Nevertheless, that tragedy happened, and we're talking about current war and famine genocide experience. I know this firsthand, as my architectural studio work on the design and memory National Museum Holodomor Genocide. Before the design process, we immersed ourselves in research, engaged in conversation with witnesses, and analyzed source materials. Now I am absolutely certain that the magnitude of this tragedy is beyond comprehension. Thus, I find it crucial to commemorate narrate and remind through art, among another's means. May this evening be filled with meaningful reflection. May Ukraine be peaceful and safe again. Thank you.
And I would like to introduce two Ukrainian musicians from the Ukrainian Symphony Orchestra Nadia from Kharkiv. They and their colleagues were forced to leave their hometown because of the Russian military aggression against our homeland. Since 2022, the orchestra has been operated in Poland on a permanent basis and is stationed in Katowice. Miss Katarina Stacenko on violin and Miss Alina Maryanova on piano will perform for us today three melodies that are directly associated with and performed in Ukraine during the Holodomor commemorations, especially the first one. The first composition is Melody by Miroslav Skorik. The second composition is Elegy by Miroslav Skorik, and the last one is Paraphrase of the Anthem of Ukraine, We Are by Yuri Shevchenko.
w tym roku przypada 90. rocznica od tych strasznych czasów wielkiego ludobójstwa dokonanego przez reżim stalinowski przeciwko narodowi ukraińskiemu. Ludobójstwa dokonanego przez głód, więc to była najbardziej bolesna karta w historii narodu ukraińskiego XX wieku. My dzisiaj oddajemy hołd tym wszystkim pomordowanym przez głód, przez taką drastyczną decyzję stalinowskiego reżimu. I ta nasza dzisiejsza wystawa to jest takim oddaniem hołdu tym niewinnym ofiarom, milionom niewinnych ofiar, ale także jest taka przestroga dla dzisiejszych i następnych pokoleń, żeby nigdy więcej do czegoś takiego nie doprowadzić. A żeby tego nie doprowadzić i żeby takie nie wydarzyło się w przyszłości, to musimy jasno powiedzieć, co jest zło i pociągnąć to zło do odpowiedzialności. Dzisiaj widzimy, że Ukraina boryka się po raz kolejny już z bronią ludobójstwa, którą dokonuje teraz reżim putinowski, bo chce zniszczyć naród ukraiński jako naród, więc musimy stawić temu czoła, ale także poprzez prawdę, poprzez odkrycie tej prawdy, tego wielkiego głodu, prawdy, która była przez dłuższy czas przez reżim sowiecki po prostu nie to, że zaniedbana, a ukrywana. Więc to jest nasz hołd, nasz obowiązek jako przestroga dla naszych przyszłych pokoleń, więc będziemy robić wszystko, aby ten reżim putinowski, to zło, obecne zło, które dokonuje ludobójstwa na narodzie ukraińskim, zostało pociągnięte do odpowiedzialności karnej i to akurat pomoże nam w przyszłości uniknąć czegoś podobnego, jak się wydarzyło 90 lat temu.